Yes. Hello and good morning. Welcome to the public induction of the newly elected city officials. Please rise for a moment of silent meditation and pledge of allegiance.
I brought along a prayer to say. Usually we had Curtis Jones making some remarks, so I found this. This is something that the Benedictines had passed out after 9/11. I think it's really appropriate, and also after reading the letter to the editor yesterday about acknowledging that we have many different ways of expressing faith. I think this is pretty inclusive. So this is called the Universal Peace Prayer. Lead me from death to life, from falsehood to truth. Lead me from despair to hope, from fear to trust. Lead me from hate to love, from war to peace. Let peace fill my heart, my world, my universe.
Pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm going to read the certificates of election. Certificate of election, City of Erie, County of Erie Board of Elections. That Michael Keyes, having received 9,496 votes, was duly elected to the office of City Council for a term of 4 years for the City of Erie. That Melvin Witherspoon, having received 9,417 votes, was duly elected to the office of City Council for a term of 4 years for the City of Erie. That Ed Brzezinski, having received 9,397 votes, was duly elected to the office of City Council for a term of 4 years for the City of Erie. That Casimir J. Kwiatkowski, having received 11,997 votes, was duly elected to the office of City Treasurer for a term of 4 years for the City of Erie. We'll now begin with the oath of office, starting with Ed Brzezinski by Attorney Tim Sennett.
Okay, Ed, if you the oath of office. I state your name.
Ed Brzezinski,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey, and defend
obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office
and I will discharge the duties of my office
as City Councilman
as City Councilman
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Good job. You made it easy.
Next, we'll have Michael Keyes by Dr. Charles Mock.
On protocol, I'll ask my wife to hold the Bible that it's an individual.
I, Michael D. Keyes,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties
and I will discharge the duties
of my office
of my office
as City Councilman
as City Councilman
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
This is the 6th day. Congratulations.
Small Witherspoon by Attorney Larry Meredith.
Gotta raise the mic a little bit. And for the fifth time, I'm swearing him in, and every time I have to raise the mic, I guess because I'm short. I repeat your name.
Melvin Witherspoon,
Do solemnly promise and swear
I do promise, solemnly swear
to support,
to support,
obey,
obey,
and defend
and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of this Commonwealth.
of this Commonwealth,
And I will discharge the duties
and I will discharge the duties
of my office
of my office
as City Council person
as City Council person
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Amen.
Amen.
And now we'll have Casimir Kwiatkowski by Attorney Tony Logue.
Yes, I. I. State your name.
Casimir J. Kwiatkowski,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
or affirm
or affirm
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey,
obey,
and defend
and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties
and I will discharge the duties
of my office as City Treasurer
of my office as City Treasurer
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
We'll now have the roll call for the new city council. Ms. Allen, Ms. Brzezinski, Mr. Keys, Ms. Schaaf, Mr. Witherspoon, Mr. Winarski. Just a couple of formalities and then we'll get to the comments. By Mr. Winarski, seconded by Mrs. Schaaf, resolved by the Council of the City of Erie, that the City Council receives and orders filed data from the Erie County Board of Elections. Ms. Allen, Mr. Brzezinski, Mr. Keys, Mrs. Schaaf, Mr. Witherspoon, Mr. Winarski. By Mr. Winarski, seconded by Mrs. Schaaf, resolved by the Council of the City of Erie that the City Council adopts its rules of council for the year 2020. Ms. Allen, Ms. Brzezinski, Mr. Keys, Mrs. Schaaf, Mr. Witherspoon, Mr. Winarski. And now we'll have remarks. Ed, would you like to start, please?
Yes, ma'am. I'd like to start off by thanking the city for trusting me enough to put me in this position to be a part of a city that's being reborn. It's a awesome task, and yet it's a very, very exciting task. To be successful, you have to have a few things. One of them is a great wife, and that's Cheryl over there. The other is a campaign manager, and I think Mike Kabasinski is still at Joanna Connell trying to get me votes. But anyway, I had to try one joke. And finally, you need a good attorney. Finally, you need a good attorney, and we have Mr. Senate with us too. There are a lot of things we want to get done. I'm not going to get on a pedestal here and start going after things, but quickly, three things. One, we have to start paying much more attention to our people on fixed incomes. People are asking me what we're going to do with our glass. I'm sure that'll get resolved as the days go by. But and they're going to pay $20 for a canister. We can go out to Mill Creek and steal their white one, or their blue ones. They got them for free, I think, didn't they? I don't want our people on the fixed income to be getting nickel and dimed every time we turn around. The second thing is, and I'm gonna talk to the mayor on this as soon as we can, we have to do something to make sure that when these people from the coke plant leave, that they don't leave us with $7, $8, $9 million to clean up. We have to lean the property or whatever we have to do to make sure that when that place gets cleaned out, it is clean, not like the Bayfront on the west side that we had to pay all that money for. And finally, I'd be amiss if I didn't say, we gotta save the seawolves. To go to Detroit or wherever we have to go, we're gonna fight for that one. I already talked to Swagonski on it. Not only just from the sports aspect, but from an economic impact aspect, we need those seawolves here. And again, I close by thanking you very much. I wish my one little joke would have got at least a snicker, but it didn't. I guess when I do close, I'm kind of known for levity. Don't take that as not being serious. I take this position very, very seriously, and I will work hard every day for you folks. Thank you.
Michael, would you go next, please?
Yes, first of all, I'd like to thank the residents of Erie for having the confidence in me to elect me to the office of City Council. And I just think that we are at a transitional time in the city, and it's very, very important that we put all hands on deck and that we shape the city into a city that we all want to live in. You know, several years ago, I had a desire to become more involved in trying to make our city a better city. And now that desire has grown into a dream. You know, not unlike other people's dreams, but you know, my dream is that Erie becomes a world-class city. And I believe that the parts are in play that can make Erie become a world-class city. And I'm here to put in the work, you know, but a world-class city has certain hallmarks, you know, including diversity, inclusion, and family-sustaining jobs. And so those are the things that I hope I can help bring to this city. You know, embodied in my dream is the dream that, you know, of the 5 siblings, 6 siblings in my family, I'm the only one who's been able to find a job here in Erie. And of my 5 stepdaughters, 3 of them have also left the state. It's my dream that we have a place for everyone who wants to sit at the table has a seat, that everyone who wants a job has a job, that Erie becomes a place where we can say our people don't go to college and what they want for graduation is a one-way ticket. We want to bring our people home. We want to use the people we have here. And if we do those things, we can improve our city for everyone.
Melvin, you're next.
Thank you very much. I want to thank the citizens of Erie, all those who cast a vote for me, and those who did not cast a vote for me. My job is to represent the entire city, whether you're Democrat or Republican, whether you're black or white, Hispanic, Italian, Jewish, it doesn't matter. My job is to represent you in the best manner I can. I've done that in the past and I will continue to do that. I would like to thank all the organizations that endorse me, which tell me there's some confidence in what I've done and what I hope to continue to do. My involvement in the community is total. I'm involved with many, many organizations. Some we issue scholarships to students locally. Another thing we do is get out and work with our youth. I'm a big advocate of youth and education. I want to thank everyone for their vote of confidence. The administration, I thank you for your support. I want to thank Bishop Brock for your support, Attorney Meredith, Mrs. Ruth Thompson, Mr. Gary Miller, and many, many others. If you notice, my son is not here today. He's at Albion Prison, working. He works in the kitchen. My daughter's not here today. She's working at the Dr. Barber Institute. And my other son, Graham, he's in North Carolina teaching. So I am not alone. I have those of you in the audience, thank you. Those who are watching, I thank you. And I will continue to support all that is good for the city. And I realize that some decisions I may make or vote on, everyone is not going to like it. But I will research, I will work with my fellow council folks, work with administration, take my leads from my city clerk, and make a decision. Thank you very much.
Kaz, come on up.
I want to thank the citizens of Erie for allowing me to enter another chapter in my life. It is something that, as an accountant, I've always looked forward to staying in finance. I'll miss my time on council. It was a great 6 years, and I think these people and ladies and gentlemen up here have done a great job. We've only started to take the first step in what is the transition of Erie back to its greatness that it once was when I was a young man. Back when we had 140,000 people, back when we thought the world evolved around Erie. To get back there, it's going to be a long, arduous journey. And this will only be the start. Don't be surprised if it takes 15, 20, maybe 25 years. There's a lot of hard work ahead of us. One of the things I promised council, especially Councilwoman Ellen, that my office will work with council as a treasurer any way they see fit, providing them with the figures and the data they need to know to move forward. I'll keep my office open to the public like I did when I was controller and as a councilman. So people who on the worst day of their life, which is paying their taxes, they can be sure that they'll have someone to talk to. I want to thank my mother for being my moral compass all these years. She's 90 plus years old, but she's still sharp as a tack and keeps me in line. And to my wife for putting up with me every day. Sainthood should be in her somewhere in the past, but it's hard to keep me in line. But one thing I do know, even though I'm not in council, all elected officials represent this great city and this Commonwealth and this country. And we all know the routine when we go shopping and we know the phone rings. So I'm sure mine will ring. This time though, I'll have to pass it on to the worthy members of council to solve them. But be assured that all of us should remember who we serve when we take these oaths and when we serve. And it's not about titles and it's not about remuneration. It's about service to the people and the job that we agreed to do. And once again, I want to thank everybody for coming out today. Thank my fellow members of council, the administration. I wish them a lot of luck in their journey. And I want to thank especially Michael for now becoming the second veteran up here with the elected officials. It's good to have company, Michael. Thank you.
And that'll conclude our program. The program will adjourn at 9:27 a.m. Thank you, everyone.